What's up everybody, I'm here in Bordeaux in France, and I thought here is probably the best country to do a video on fasting and its effect on gut health, because it seems that everybody here fasts. We didn't know that before we came, but we basically wake up every day, as you do, and walk down the street and find that no shops open until like 10 or 11 a.m. It's pretty crazy. It's very French. So I thought I'd talk about intermittent fasting and its effect on gut bacteria, because I came across a study the other day which was published in the journal Cell, I think, and they were talking about stem cells and how they're actually regenerated when you fast. So the study itself looked at a group of mice. They put them on a 24-hour fast and found that it enhanced the ability of the gut lining stem cells to regenerate. So essentially, when we talk about the gut lining and leaky gut, we know that the gut lining actually replenishes itself every 5 days. The entire thing is turned over, so to speak. But what we don't know is that as we age, that process actually becomes less efficient over time. So this study actually found that with the fasting, with that 24-hour fast, they were able to improve the efficiency of that process and thus improving the integrity of the gut lining. There's also been a few studies that I want to point out about calorie restriction, so fasting, and its effect on gut bacteria themselves. There have been numerous studies to show that fasting actually promotes the growth or optimal balance of a microbiome, which actually promotes longevity. So one that's a lot healthier than one that is constantly bombarded with food. I think the real question with fasting is, how do we actually apply it in a safe and sustainable way? I do know some people who are able to fast for a couple of days a week, but that's actually pretty hard to do. So one thing you can actually try is something called intermittent fasting. And that's something where we actually restrict our eating window to around 8 hours a day, sometimes less. So for instance, we would finish eating dinner at 6 p.m. and we would start eating food the next day at 10 a.m. That leaves a 16-hour window of no food. This is interesting. What a lot of people don't know is that when your tummy growls, yes, it's empty. And yes, you may feel hungry because your tummy is empty, but that noise is actually coming from your intestines, your gastrointestinal tract actually moving in peristaltic movements and actually shaking off and cleaning itself of debris and waste products. So allowing, again, those stem cells to actually regenerate and actually get some healing done. So when you do have a rumbly tummy, yes, you may be hungry, but that's actually a sign that your tummy's healing. So it's not actually a bad thing to have a rumbling tummy. I'd also want to just say, with the whole fasting situation, if you are dealing with sort of metabolic conditions or anything like that, where your blood sugar may be affected when it comes to not eating for a long period of time, maybe you do need to use some caution when it comes to fasting. But certainly fasting has a really positive impact on your gut health, and I will post a couple of studies below in the YouTube description. I think that's pretty much it, guys. This is another one-shot video from Bordeaux in France. I may even have a little bit of cheese and wine later, who knows. But right now I'm gonna head off. If you've liked this video, make sure you check out some of my others and be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys very soon. I've got my new microphone now. Oh, I'm back! I'm so stoked. See ya.